Okay, so in this video, we will basically see what all tensions and conflicts emerged after the USSR got disintegrated. So major tensions and conflict that took place in the former Soviet Republic are as. अब जितने भी टेंशन्स या जितने भी कन्फ्लिक्ट्स हो रहे थे उनको हम तीन कैटेगरीज में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. फर्स्ट इज द सिविल वॉर. व्हाट इज अ सिविल वॉर? अ वॉर बिटवीन सिटीजन्स ऑफ सेम कंट्री. ओके. नेक्स्ट इज द सक्सेशनिस्ट मूवमेंट. व्हाट इज दैट? favoring formal withdrawal from membership of a federation or body, especially a political state. Successionist movement basically means जो भी रूलर है उसके विड्रॉल की अगर आप डिमांड करते हो, लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ द रूलिंग पार्टी इन इंडिया इज बीजेपी एंड इफ पीपल स्टार्टिंग सक्सेशनिस्ट मूवमेंट, उसका मतलब होगा दैट पीपल वांट रिमूवल ऑफ द current political party. Okay. The next is insurgency. That means an active revolt or uprising. Basically कुछ भी बहुत wide and बड़े level पे अगर होता है, that is a revolt or an uprising. Now you just need to remember what all countries had tensions and conflicts and within whom it was happening. You just need to remember the names. Okay. So in Russia basically there were two republics, the Chechnya and the दागिस्तान. वहाँ पे क्या हुआ? वहाँ पे वायलेंट सक्सेशनिस्ट मूवमेंट हुआ. मॉस्को बेसिकली द कैपिटल ऑफ रशिया. इट इनडिस्क्रिमिनेट मिलिट्री बॉम्बिंग हैव लेड टू मैनी ह्यूमन राइट्स वायलेशन बट फेल टू डिटर द एस्पिरेशन फॉर इंडिपेंडेंस. रशिया में जो रशिया के दो स्टेट्स थे, इन दोनों स्टेट्स ने डिमांड किया सक्सेशनिस्ट मूवमेंट, दैट इज जो भी उस समय रूल कर रहे हैं उनके रिमूवल के लिए दे डिमांडेड. बट मॉस्को ने क्या किया? इन दोनों स्टेट्स पे basically bombs, they started throwing bombs on these states so that they pacify themselves. And इस throwing away of bombs में क्या हुआ? बहुत सारे human rights का violation हुआ and people were dying. But despite the fact that Moscow tried using a violent method to calm them or to stop them from their movement, their aspirations for independence was still very strong and they were determined. Okay, this was one conflict that was happening in Russia. The other was in Central Asia. Okay, Central Asia mein Tajikistan witnessed a civil war that went on for 10 years till 2001. A very long civil war went in Central Asia ke Tajikistan mein. Okay, in Georgia civil war broke out as the two provinces demanded independence. In Georgia, two provinces, or you can say the two states within Georgia, they demanded independence and there also a civil war broke out. Now in Azerbaijan province of Nagorno and Karabakh, okay, some local Armenians want to secede and join Armenia. So basically in all of these countries, the post USSR countries which got freedom, they were having all three kinds of tension. Either there was some kind of civil war, successionist movement or insurgency. So same, there was they want to secede and join Armenia. There are movements against the existing regimes in Ukraine, Kyrgyzstan and Georgia. Now in three states, maybe Ukraine, Kyrgyzstan and Georgia, basically the people were having revolt against their existing government. Countries and provinces are fighting over river water. All this led to the instability, making life difficult for ordinary citizens. On the other hand, countries were fighting on basically resource issues, okay, sharing water or having dispute over water, and this led to another kind of instability, and wherein people wanted peace to be established after Cold War, there was even more difficult situations for the ordinary citizens. Okay, now here comes the role of Central Asia. Central Asia became a zone of competition. Central Asia may everybody wanted to be connected with Central Asia. That is why it became a zone of competition between outsiders powers and the oil companies, as it had vast hydrocarbon resources. Okay, सेंट्रल एशिया में बहुत सारे हाइड्रोकार्बन रिसोर्सेज थे. दैट इज़ वाई एक वो जोन ऑफ कॉम्पिटिशन बन गया था. एवरीबडी वांटेड टू हैव गुड रिलेशंस विद सेंट्रल एशिया. नाउ व्हाट आर दिस हाइड्रोकार्बन रिसोर्सेज? दे आर गैस, ऑयल एंड कोल. ओके, नाउ द सेंट्रल एशिया रीजन इज नेक्स्ट टू रशिया, China, Afghanistan, Pakistan and close to West Asia. Okay, Now why it became a zone of competition? See, US में क्या हुआ after there was 11 September 2001 attack, that is on their, yes, after the 2001 attack that was on Twin Tower, okay, it wanted military base in the region and paid government to Central Asia to hire bases, allow aeroplanes to fly over their territory during war in Afghanistan and Iraq. US क्यों Central Asia, like why did it wanted Central Asia's help? Basically, since this attack happened, so now US wanted to have a spy or have a control over Afghanistan and Iran. So how did it had its control? They asked Central Asia so that they can form their own base, and all the Central Asian countries can allow US to have their aeroplanes and fly their aeroplanes to have control over Afghanistan and Iran. So basically US को Central Asia का land चाहिए था ताकि वो spy कर सके अफगानिस्तान और ईरान पे. Why was Russia interested? Russia also wanted their influence in this region. Now since Russia को लगता था ये सारे कंट्रीज़ मेरे आसपास के कंट्रीज़ है तो यहाँ पे मेरा कंट्रोल होना चाहिए. So that is why Central Asia became zone of competition. Also China too had interest because of oil resources and began to settle around the borders and conducted trade. चाइना ने भी सेंट्रल एशिया से ट्रेड कंडक्ट करना शुरू कर दिया, एंड जितना भी सेंट्रल एशिया का बॉर्डर था उसके वहाँ पे चाइना के लोग सेटल होने लग गए सो दैट दे कैन ट्रेड ईजिली. ओके, यस. नेक्स्ट, in Eastern Europe, Czechoslovakia split peacefully into two, that is into Czechs and the Slovaks, forming independent countries. Most severe, now in all those tensions, the most serious one was the conflict that took place in Balkan Republic of Yugoslavia. So in 1991 it broke apart into Croatia, Slovenia, Bosnia, Herzegovina. Okay, so इस Balkan Republic में 1991 में it actually broke down into too many small little states. Okay, in 1991. Now this led to ethnic Serbs opposed this and a massacre of non-Serbs Bosnia followed. So basically two groups में बहुत ज़्यादा rivalries हो गई थी. ethnic Serbs थे जो, और जो non-ethnic Serbs थे Bosnia में, वहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा ethnic issues के ऊपर लड़ाई होने लग गई. Now in this, NATO has to actually intervene, and bombing of Yugoslavia followed the inter-ethnic civil war. In all these countries who wanted independence, यहाँ पे NATO ने interfere किया, plus यूगोस्लाविया ने वहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा bombing भी कर दी, तो वहाँ पे और ज़्यादा inter-ethnic civil war हुआ. This was one major war of Balkan Republic. All the countries who were having conflicts and tensions, the one major one was in the country of Yugoslavia. Okay, so in my last video you will understand about when USSR got disintegrated, so how did India has its relations with the USSR countries and the other countries as well. Okay.